Well, a good many Americans got used to working from home. Bosses have really never been keen on that concept, and the two are far apart. For example, in the investment banking arena, all the major players and all the bosses there are saying, all of you come back into the office, and the sooner the better. Workers are protesting, though, saying maybe can we find some middle ground on this. Peter Morici, great writer, very good economist, says that there might be a way to get a hybrid work schedule going, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, but it would be something. He joins us right now. Peter, always good to have you. One of the lines in the end of your column today is you say, the facts are becoming plainer. The optimal average in office work week is 2 or 3 days, and you're referring to in office. How did you come to that number?
Well, it seems as though people have to be around a certain amount to basically do meetings and collaborate and so forth face to face, but they don't have to be there every day. And coming to work has costs. It takes time to get to work, and not just the money, but the physical exertion. You know, when you work from home, you can put more effort in, and you have time to pause and think and come back to it. So that it's kind of an optimal use of time scheme. You know, the L train from Queens takes a lot out of people.
I know when near the end of it you say, instead of requiring good reason to work from home, employers should require a good reason to take up space at the office. I thought that was an interesting spin on it. Explain.
Well, I think what I was trying to say, of course, I know what I was thinking, is that if you're going to require people to spend time commuting and to go through the hassle of being in the office, then the office has to accomplish more than what is getting done virtually. What a lot of employers don't see is they came up in a world before Skyping and really before computers could provide a virtual space the way they have in the last 20 years. If you're a manager in your 50s, this wasn't there in your 20s. But for young people who grew up socializing on games and so forth and, you know, with handheld devices, the iPhone's only 15 years old. It's a very different space, the virtual space. And also the tools that are available to companies are a lot better than simple Skyping. There are very good meeting tools available and what have you. And also, let's face it, a lot of what goes on in office is serendipitous. And managers seem to think serendipity only happens on coffee break and water coolers. The reality is people just Zoom each other up and chat while they continue to type and do other things.
Yeah, but my boss can lure me with bakery products and food. So a lot of them are doing that.
Yes, and I guess the message there, I mean, the people that have the bakery products and foods and stuff like that are companies, you know, like Solomon Brothers and Exxon, people that have money to spend. You know, most of the economy's not that way, but those that do tend to be in places that are difficult to get to. And this is sort of compensation for the long commute. It's like the old story, the investment bankers providing breakfast, you know, to compensate for the fact that it takes an hour and a half to come in from New Jersey. My feeling is that's something you give people if you make them commute, but it's not something that's going to pay them off for doing it.
All right. A cannoli can go a long way, Peter. I'm just saying. Peter Morici, economist extraordinaire, does make you think that this might be the way we can find middle ground on this whole thing.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.